In the heart of Kenya's morning, when the nation's eyes turned toward Bondo, one seat remained empty. A silence echoed louder than speeches, the silence of the former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. They say a man who fears the fire does not cook for the king. But what kind of fire did Gachagua fear on that particular day? Was it politics or principle? Was it power or just pride? As Raila Odinga was laid to rest, a man whose shadow still shapes Kenya's destiny, the absence of one man sent a message louder than the sirens. And today we uncover the whispers behind that silence. This is the Leon TV Files. This is where truth is not told, it is unveiled.
In view, we can see row 001.
Big tree has fallen, and as you can see from the background, everyone is mourning here. We have lost our heart, we have lost our soul.
He carried him like a continent of sorrow, a man whose name had become a trumpet in Kenya's memory. The body of Raila Odinga crossed the tarmac, passed under flags and passed through people who would not let him go. The nation stopped. The ceremonies came. The generations gathered to place a great man to rest. Raila Odinga's state funeral brought the nation to a pause.
Raila did not want mediocrity.
Heshima hizi za kitaifa siku hii ya leo.
And yet, among the fold of mourning, one familiar figure was not there. An empty seat where a deputy might have sat. The absence of the former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua did not whisper. It roared. Eyes found the hollow space and asked the question that will never leave the air. Why did Gachagua miss Raila Odinga's burial ceremony, not even signing a condolence book? This was a conspicuous absence that sparked 1,000 conversations.
Aliyekuwa Deputy President wa Jamhuri ya Kenya, Mheshimiwa Gachagua, hata kama wewe umerogwa, hata kama wewe umelaaniwa, kiongozi Raila hawezi aga na huwezi enda kusaini hata condolence book. Hasira gani unayo hiyo? Hasira gani unayo hiyo kwa shujaa yetu Raila Odinga? Hata kama mmekosana na jirani akiaga, the most important thing you are supposed to do is to pay the last respect. Heshima ya mwisho.
In the hours that followed, explanations sprouted like rumors in a storm. Some said caution, that credible security threats and chaotic scenes at public viewings made attendance reckless. We had seen those scenes. Gates stormed, police pushed to extremes, a nation on edge. For many, the streets themselves had become risky. Security fears and chaotic scenes at public viewings are documented here. But closer to Gachagua's camp, allies offered a different reading. That Gachagua's absence was deliberate, even reverent. By stepping back, said one loyal senator, Gachagua kept the moment about Baba, not about alliances. A public no-show framed as not as disrespect, but as a restraint, a strategic retreat so the eulogy will not be hijacked by politics. And so allies defended the absence of Gachagua's statesmanship and respect for Baba.
Shocked everybody. We are feeling pain. We've lost a big man, a man of people, the people's president.
The real watermelon of Kenyan politics ni one Raila Ruto amesema, na aliniambia mimi nikiwa naibu wake, hii mzee anaitwa Raila ni mtu ya pesa. Nikiwa na pesa atafanya vile mimi nataka. It has come to pass. Huyu mzee atakuwa na Ruto. Ruto atamlipa, watakuwa pamoja. Lakini ni mzuri so that the people of Kenya can deal with William Ruto and Raila together, one touch, tumaliza na shida ya Kenya.
But respect and avoidance often wear the same mask. Critics, columnists, scholars and commentators, they framed the silence as a political message, a statement of distance, a refusal to be seen beside a rival whose shadow still moves into Kenyan politics. Some asked whether absence was an attempt at preservation of power. Others call it a mistake that will echo. Critics said the absence sent a political message. To understand that silence, we must peer behind the scenes. Gachagua once stood beside Ruto in triumph and then in trouble. The alliance crashed, the fractures widening. Gachagua accused Ruto of misleading Kenyans, calling him a pathological liar. After the president claimed Gachagua demanded billions to marshal Mount Kenya votes. And then there's Raila. His political aplomb, his relationships shifting like desert sands. Once Ruto's opponent, later his uneasy partner. In 2025, Ruto and Raila forged a pact, rewriting old scripts and terrifying new ones. And so Raila-Ruto's alliance and dalliance shook up the 2027 politics. Gachagua, sensing exclusion, began assembling his own troops and axes, a coalition to stop Ruto's second term and reclaim his own influence. And so Gachagua plots a comeback, aiming for 2027. Into that landscape stepped the funeral, a state occasion, protocol aligned. Yet the game of optics, of loyalty and message turned into a battleground. Was Gachagua's absence in Raila's burial about danger, about respect, or was it a clog for strategy? The deliberate message of I will not stand where I am no longer wanted, or being seen celebrated a rival's moment when my own claim is rising.
Na mimi naomba, mimi kama mtoto wa pasta, kwa heshima, usiwe na chuki mpaka kwa kifo.
From the security side, yes, there were really risks. At the public viewing of Raila's body, crowd surged, barriers failed, death and injury followed. Some in Gachagua's camp pointed to that. Attendance would have been unwise. Security concern was cited as a reason for absence. But still, from the public and media angle, the message was stark. Gachagua's absence framed as a statement of independence, a refusal to be entangled in a narrative that placed him beneath both Raila's legacy and Ruto's emergent dominance. The day was not about politics, alliances, or rivalries. It was about Kenya coming together to honor a towering figure in our history, claimed a senator defending his absence. Gachagua's alliance defended his absence as statesmanship, yet others drilled deeper. Gachagua messed up by not attending Raila's burial. He hated Rao so much that he forgot death is the equalizer. Critics say Gachagua let all the enmities overshadow a moment of unity.
Chungu sana. Aliyekuwa Deputy President wa Jamhuri ya Kenya, Mheshimiwa Gachagua, hata kama wewe umerogwa, hata kama wewe umelaaniwa, kiongozi Raila hawezi aga na uwezi enda kusaini hata condolence book. Asira gani unayo hiyo? Asira gani unayo hiyo kwa shujaa yetu Raila Amolo Odinga?
Because politics is often what you don't do as much as what you do. The empty chair said, I am choosing my stage. I am picking my moment. And in that silence lies the hidden message. To Ruto, I will not fade into your shadow. To Raila's legacy, I will not be a guest in the space you leave behind. To the voters of Mount Kenya and beyond, I will lead my own way. Absence becomes a signal. And so we stand at the edge of a story that is still being told. A man lies in the earth, another chooses to remain apart. The question for Kenya is not merely did he attend, but what will we decide that absence meant? In politics as in life, silence is seldom empty. It speaks, it provokes, it shapes what comes next. Silence is never empty. it shapes the next chapter. This is the Leon TV Files.
Ake Rosemary Junior, Winnie na familia yake yote. Kwa Wakenya tunawashukuru kwa kutupatia Raila atumikie nchi, na kwa kumuunga mkono ndio awe na nguvu ya kututumikia sisi wote. Kwa hivyo ndugu yangu, ni kuombee kwa Mwenyezi Mungu akurehemu, akulaze na amani na wenzako, ukijua ya kwamba twakumbuka wewe na yale ambao umebakisha tutaendelea nayo, na familia yako sasa imekuwa yetu.